Welcome to Nabeel Math Academy. This is Dr. Mohammed Nabeel. In this video, we are going to study the derivative of the product rule on the quotient rule. So when you have to use the product rule, when you have to use the quotient rule, we are going to study in this topic. The first one, we will go for the product rule. So when you have a function y equal f into g. So if it is usually f plus g, we will use a linear differentiation. But here f into g product. So it's a product of two functions. So it's a product of two function. So whenever you have a product of two function, so we will apply the derivative here. Y prime is equal fg plus fg. So here the f differentiate, here g differentiate. Suppose if you have a three functions, suppose if you have a f, g, h. So three function, I write it here 3 times f, g, h. This is f, g, h. This is f, g, h. So here f differentiate, here g differentiate, here h differentiate. And this is for three function. First we will solve the problems based on the product rule. After that we will go to the quotient. So here if you see this function, so this is x cube multiply and then you have e power x. So usually when you have a plus y equal x cube plus e power x means this is a separate function, this is a separate function. What is the derivative? So you will have 3x square for this part and plus and this one e power x. So this is the derivative usually we are doing for plus. But here we have a product. So how will you do this one? So this is my f, this is g. So I write it the rule here. So fg plus fg. This is the prime. Here f differentiate, here g differentiate. Let us go with this part. So what is the first one here? So the differentiation part, the fixed part, I write it first. Here g is fixed, here x is fixed. Now what is the derivative part here? So the derivative part is f. F differentiation is 3x square. And here what is the derivative for g? E power x is e power x. That's it. Now when you differentiate, when you take a common factor, what happened here? When you take a common factor, so the common factor in this part is e to the power x and x. So x square e power x. So when I take it this part outside, so what are the remaining parts you have? Here 3 and there is nothing is there, only 3 plus here. So out of x cube, x square is outside, 1x is remaining, e power x outside. Therefore, this is the simplified answer of y prime. Now similarly, we will take this part. Whenever you will have a product of two function, we will use the product rule. The entire term is f, this is my g. So I write it the rule here. G prime is equal fg plus fg. So this is g prime or the f prime. Now therefore the derivative of the f. So the derivative is, derivative is 1 plus 2 times 2 is a constant like a c. Here 2 is a constant like a c. And then since it is in the product. So what is the root x? So 1 over 2 root x. So this is the derivative is done and the fixed is g. E power x is fixed plus and f is fixed now. X plus 2 root x is fixed. What is the derivative for g? So which is equal e to the power x. E to the power x. If you want to simplify, therefore 2 with the 2 cancel and you can take the e power x is a common factor. G prime of x is equal e power x. I am taking outside. What is the remaining term? 1 plus 1 over root x and then plus x plus 2 root x. So I am taking the e power x as a common factor. E power x as common factor outside. So this is a simplified answer. Now the next one here, we have a product of three functions here. See here. So therefore, this is f and this is g and this is h. So whenever you have a product of three function, I will use the rule y prime is equal fgh and plus fgh. So here f differentiate, g differentiate, h differentiate. Let us go with the first part. Y prime is equal, the first one, differentiation. What is the derivative here? This is x, f differentiation is 3x square and the remaining two terms are fixed. E power x and x square plus 1 is fixed. The first term is over. Plus, what about the second term? Second term, x square and x square plus 1 is fixed. What is the derivative for g? So the derivative for g is e power x. Then plus, second term is over. What about the third? F and g is fixed. So f and g is fixed. What is the derivative for the last term? So this is 2x plus 0. So this is 2x. So if you want to simplify, you can simplify, but the derivative is, this is the derivative. So you can take this one as a derivative for the function. If you want to simplify, you can take x e power x as a common factor and do it the remaining term inside. Now coming to the quotient rule. When you have to use the quotient rule, if a function is given in terms of f over g, then you have to use the quotient rule, y equal f over g, and the condition for this one is g of x must not equal 0. So this is a rational function restriction. And what is the formula here? Y prime is equal, this is g square g fixed f prime minus f fixed g prime. So this is the what we have. So the derivative formula. And here you can make the first and second no problem because of plus, but here it is a minus, so you have to use the gf prime as a positive and fg prime is a negative. So be careful with this part, because in the product rule there is no issue because of plus. So f prime g, g prime f, this is no problem. You can write it this one first, this one second, but here this must be first, this must be first because it should be plus. F g prime f, g of f prime is must be first because of plus. Now we will solve the problem here. Yeah, so this is in the format of f over g. So see here, this is f and this is g. So I write it the rule over first. So this is f prime of x equal, so this is g square g fixed f prime minus f fixed g prime. So what is the derivative here? So the derivative is given by e power x is fixed, then so e power x is fixed here whole square, this is actually whole square. Next, f prime, what is f prime? The f prime is the derivative of the numerator, so 1 becomes 0, x square is 2x, and then minus f, 1 plus x square is fixed. What is the derivative for g? E power x is e power x. So this is the derivative form. If you want to take the e power x common, you can take it e power x common. So what is the simplified form here? You want to simplify, what should be the simplified? So I am taking e power x as a common factor. So e power x is a common. What are the remaining? 2x minus, this is minus, you have to multiply for both. X square, e power x is outside, over e power x, this is 2 times. So now this one get cancelled. So after taking common, then only you can cancel. You cannot cancel this part. So once you have to take common, then you can cancel. So therefore here 2x minus 1 minus x square over e power x. So this is the simplified answer of f prime of x. Now similarly, the next one we have the polynomial function in the numerator and denominator. In order to differentiate, I have to apply f over g rule. So what are the rule here? This is g square g f prime f g prime. So solution f prime of x is equal, this is 2x minus 1 whole square. This is 2x minus 1 is fixed. What is the derivative for the numerator? So this is 2x. This is 2x minus x square plus 5 is fixed. What is the derivative of g, which is 2? Because 2x, which is 2, minus 1 becomes 0. Now here you have to simplify. How will you simplify? Just multiply inside this part. So what you'll get? So this one, f prime of x equal 2x minus 1 whole square will be fixed. When you multiply inside, it becomes 4x square minus 2x. When you multiply inside, minus 2x square, which is minus 10. Minus 10. So now, what are the further final step? You have to simplify the like terms. So you have 2x square terms. If you add it, you will get, it is 4x square minus 2x square, which is 2x square minus 2x, and then minus 10 over, this is 2x minus 1 whole square. So this is your f prime of x. Then we will have the remaining thing. See here, in this problem, we will have a product rule as well as the quotient rule. So you have to use both the rule at one step. Yes. In this problem, how will you solve? This is f into g. When you do the g, you have to use the product rule. See here, I write it the rule, f prime is equal fg plus fg. So f prime or the g prime. When you do the g prime, here you have to use the quotient rule. Here you have to use the quotient rule. In one problem, we are using both the rule. So first we are using here the product rule. But when you differentiate g, because g is in the product, f over g, so g is in the quotient rule, you have to use the quotient rule for g prime. So let us solve this problem. F prime of x is equal, so what is the derivative here? So derivative of f prime is 1. So 1 becomes 0, x become 1. So this is 1. And g will be fixed. What is g? E to the power x over x plus 2. So this is a fixed term. This is done. Plus 1 plus x will be fixed. Now you have to apply the quotient rule for g. So what is the quotient rule? This is x plus 2 whole square. X plus 2 is fixed. What is the derivative of e power x? E power x minus. Now e power x is fixed. What is the derivative in the denominator? Which is equal 1. Which is equal 1. So here I am doing this one as a derivative, and here it is e power x is a derivative. So I write it the rule here, f prime f g prime. So this is what we have done. So this is the g. This is the g. So you cannot simplify as it is. You can leave it as it is, this term. So what are the else you can take? So only you can take the e power x as a common factor. So once if you are taking e power x as a common, because you have e power x in all the terms. So here you have this, here you have, here you have. So I will take all together common as e power x. What is the remaining term? The first term is 1 over x plus 2. The next term 1 plus x. So here the remaining x plus 2 minus 1 over x plus 2 whole square. So this is the second term. Now if you simplify, this become what? X plus 1. This become x plus 1. So this become x plus 1. Already x plus 1 is outside. So if you multiply, the final answer will be f prime of x equal e power x 1 over x plus 2, then plus This is over x plus 2 whole square is there. In the numerator 1 plus x and x plus 1, which is x plus 1 whole square. That's it. So here let us go with the next problem. So whereas in the first problem we have doing the product rule first, then quotient rule. Now coming to this problem, first you have to apply f over g. This is my f, this is my g. So I write it the rule, f prime of x is equal, this is g square, g fixed f prime minus f fixed g prime. So when you differentiate f, this is actually a quotient rule. You are applying the first one is quotient rule. But when you apply this one, if you want to calculate the f prime, you have to apply the product rule, because f is a product of two functions, whereas the g is the plus. This is separate, this is separate term. So let us go with this. F prime is equal, this is x square plus x whole square, x square plus x, and then we will have a derivative of f prime. So this is the product rule. So this is my f and g. So this is f and g. So what happened? F differentiate means you will have 2x, and this is fixed, plus e power x is fixed, that is x square is fixed, e power x differentiation e power x. So this is the derivative for the first time. The next one is very simple. So what is that one here? Minus f is fixed, x square e power x is fixed. Okay. Then what about g? The g is 2x plus e power x. So why we are not applying the product rule? Because it's plus. Due to the plus, we are applying here the linear property. So thereafter only simplification. So what rule you can take? The common factor. So here the common factor is e power x, e power x, e power x. So if I take it e power x together common, so what is the remaining terms you will have? So e power x is a common factor. So therefore the remaining term x square plus e power x is common, and inside you will have x, 2x plus x square. This is the first term is over, minus x square and 2x plus e power x. This is whole divided by x square plus e power x whole square. That's it. So derivative is over here itself, whereas this is the simplification part. See the difference between these two problems. Here we are using the product rule first. When you do the differentiation for g, we are applying the quotient. Here we are applying first quotient. When you differentiate f, you have to use the product rule. Now this is the same story here. We have to calculate the second derivative. How will you calculate the second derivative? So this is the product rule. We have to apply f. This is g. So in order to calculate f prime, so what is the rule? So here the rule is f g plus f prime or g prime. So what is the f prime first? So this is 2x, and g will be fixed, plus f is fixed now. What is the derivative of g? E power x. I write it the simplified form. What is the simplified form here? So it is 2x e power x plus x square e power x. So this is my f prime. Now in order to calculate the f double prime, I have to differentiate this part again. So what is this one here? Again here, this one, you have to use the product rule for this part. Again, it is a product rule for this one, right? So let us go with this part here first. First fg. So this is fg. So yeah, what is f prime? It is 2, and this is fixed, plus 2x is fixed, e power x. This is done. The product rule for the first term. What about the next term? Here we have a next term plus, this is f, this is g. So what is this one here? So 2x e power x fixed plus x square fixed e power x. So if you want to take a common factor, you can take it common factor here. So what is the common factor here? E to the power x, and then here we have 2 plus 2x plus 2x plus x square. So it is equal e power 2 plus 4x plus x square. Or otherwise you can take a common factor here itself and you can simplify. In both the answers you will get the same solution. Now the next one, the last problem of this video, which is the equation of a tangent line. So in all the techniques, we have to find it the tangent line. For the tangent line, this is the x1 and y1 is given. The problem is m. So how will you calculate the m? M is nothing but the slope. So slope is nothing but y prime. So how will you calculate y prime? This is f over g, by the way. So this is f over g. What is the rule? So this rule is g square g fixed f prime f fixed g prime. So I just substitute the value 1 plus e power x whole square and 1 plus e power x is fixed. Now what is the derivative in the numerator? 1 minus 1 plus x is fixed. What is the derivative in the denominator? E power x is e power x. 1 becomes 0. After getting this value, I have to substitute this x equals 0. So when I substitute x equals 0, so which term becomes 0? Because the x value is 0 given. So this part, I just substitute the x value 0. What happened? E power 0 is 1, by the way. So it is, the first term is 1 plus 1. So this is the first one. Next, minus. This is 1 plus 0. And this is 1 over 1 plus 1 whole square. So which is equals 2 minus 1 over 4. This is 1, this is 2. So this is equal 1 over 4. This is the slope m. Now I got it the equation. What is the equation of a tangent line? M into x minus 1. Yes. Y minus half. M is 1 over 4. X minus 0. Just substitute the values. If you substitute here, you have, so multiply x over 4, bring that side, it become plus half. So this is the equation of a tangent line. Thank you.